MSPs making less than $1 million a year should be doing 4 golf tournaments per year. So let me tell you why this is a killer outbound lead gen tactic and why I like golf tournaments. All right, if you're making less than $1 million per year, the rule is the more hands you shake, the more money you make. All right, so you need an opportunity to get in front of local business leaders and shake their hands and talk to them and try your material. And the more times you can do that, the better. So what you're looking for is a good cost-effective way to do that. Okay, when we're talking about golf tournaments, don't worry, I am not talking about golfing. Last year, I did almost 20 golf tournaments. I'm not golfing. I'm there to shake hands to make money. Now, here are the 3 reasons why I like golf tournaments as my 10 out of 10 pick for in-person prospecting events. Number 1, this is a physical parade of prospects coming to your table. So when you set up on a golf tournament, you're sponsoring a hole, which is a little bit of a misnomer. You're actually going to be setting up your table and tent at the tee box. But 72 or 144 golfers are going to walk up to your table. Every 5 minutes, you're going to have 4 golfers come up to your table and they cannot avoid you. In comparison, when you're doing a trade show or a conference, people genuinely come all the way to this hotel conference room and then give you the side eye and walk right past your booth and try and avoid you. But on a golf course, they cannot do that. So that's the reason number 1 why I like golf tournaments. It's a physical parade of prospects. Reason number 2, people are in a great mood. Okay, it's a Tuesday morning. They are not at work. They're outside. It's sunny. And by like 9:30 in the morning, there are a couple drinks in, which for our purposes is good because our 2 primary objectives for this type of networking event is to build rapport and collect recon in that order. So the prospects being in a great mood is perfect for us. This is your opportunity to try your messaging with them, build rapport, collect recon. The 3rd reason why I like golf tournaments as the best 10 out of 10 prospecting event is that the whole sponsorship usually costs $500 or less. So if you're making less than $1 million a year, this is perfect for you because at this stage, you're still figuring it out. You're trying to figure out who to talk to and what messaging to use, which means you need practice and you need feedback. And for a $500 whole sponsorship, you get a ton of practice and you get immediate feedback, which is perfect for you. And this way you can afford to do this 4 times a year, which means you're gonna be talking to like 300 to 600 people in your community. And the types of people that come on a Tuesday morning to a golf tournament are either executives or business owners, which is exactly who you want to talk to. So that's why golf tournaments are my 10 out of 10 in-person prospecting event for any MSP making less than $1 million per year. You get a physical parade of prospects coming to your table. Everyone's in a great mood, and typically the whole sponsorship costs $500, which means you can afford to do it 4 times a year. You get the reps in, you get feedback, and you don't have to worry about burning your money. So let's talk about how to actually sponsor a tournament and run the event so you can generate leads. What you're looking for specifically is a whole sponsorship. We do not want to golf, because if we buy a foursome and we go and golf, we're stuck with the same 3 people the whole day. That's not worth it for us. We don't care. What we want is a whole sponsorship so that we can have a table and tent set up on the tee box where the golfers tee off. Okay, typically a whole sponsorship is going to cost $500. Sometimes you get lucky and it's less than $500. Sometimes the business associations with a stronger niche, they'll charge like $1,000 or $1,200 for a whole sponsorship. Work up to that. If you get a real strong vertical alignment with the audience, $1,800 is worth it for a golf tournament. Here's what the setup looks like. You're gonna book your whole sponsorship. You're gonna pay your $500. You're gonna get a table, foldable table, tablecloth, no branding required. If you don't have a branded tablecloth, don't spend $500 on one. Just get a bright color like blue or green or whatever matches your branding from Amazon for $12. Okay, you're gonna get a TV as big as you can fit in your truck, and you're gonna get a TV tripod. It's like $50 on Amazon. Get a TV tripod so the TV is at eye level, and put your lead magnet on the television. Having the lead magnet on the television means you don't need to waste money on like printed pamphlets or little roll-up stands. No one reads that kind of stuff anyways. You're gonna need a pop-up tent from Costco. Again, they come in all different colors. So get a 10 by 10 pop-up tent, no branding required, and that's the setup. Then the kicker is get a cooler and fill it with ice, and then Gatorade and sugar-free Red Bull. That is what people need when they're golfing at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. It's super sunny in Southern California. They need electrolytes and a little bit of caffeine. They're gonna thank you for it. That's our setup. You're gonna have 2 golf carts roll up to your tee box. There's gonna be 4 people. They're gonna walk off. The first thing you say is, hey, you guys want some sugar-free Red Bull? That's your opener, okay? Because our 2 objectives are build rapport and collect recon. they're gonna say, oh my God, I need some Gatorade, because they forgot their hats, they forgot their sunscreen, and they're soaking in the sun. So you're building a little bit of rapport. Then you're gonna see their names on their polos, most likely. And this is where you can use your lead magnet, because you're gonna see what company they're with. If you're using the CyberScore lead magnet, the first line that I use is, hey, you guys wanna see if I can find your passwords on the internet? That's the line. Usually, they get a kick out of it immediately, they turn on each other and they start teasing each other, which is perfect. Because they're having a day, they're having fun, they're in the sun. Good, we gotta build some rapport. As I'm typing in their company, it's coming up on the CyberScore, they're chit-chatting with each other. I try and talk to them, what kind of business you in, what do you do, trying to find out how large the business is, what industry it is, and then the CyberScore comes up and we use the CyberScore messaging. That's it. I love golf tournaments because it's a physical parade of prospects, everyone's in a great mood to build rapport and collect recon, and they cost like $500, so you can do it 4 times a year without burning your money. And this is how you set up the golf tournament to make a ton of money, shake hands, make money, get a ton of leads.